Well, welcome everybody to the online program for the alumni of the Sunshine Coast Health Center up here in Powell River, BC. And we've been talking about the movie version of The Iceman Cometh with Lee Marvin and Robert Ryan from 1973. And The Iceman Cometh is actually a play by the great addict playwright Eugene O'Neill. And O'Neill had spent a great deal of his writing trying to figure out the nature of his suffering and why he had turned to booze. And The Iceman Cometh, the entire 4-hour show, is set in a sort of a seedy bar in downtown New York City, which was actually a real bar that Eugene O'Neill went to, familiarly called the Hellhole. At any rate, so this play takes place in there, and we've been talking about Eugene O'Neill's understanding of addiction. So one of the great blessings of addiction, the benefit, according to O'Neill, not the problem, but the benefit, was that it could provide a sense of freedom to the individual. If someone's life was filled with guilt was the big one for O'Neill, but perhaps anger, depression, feeling particularly like he may have hurt somebody or he didn't live up to his own standards for himself. Most of the characters were male. There were 3 female characters, but most were male. That they would be carrying around in their sober lives this incredibly uncomfortable feeling, almost feeling overwhelmed by this negativity. So the solution to this was to eliminate it through drunkenness. And the great blessing of eliminating it through drunkenness is that basically what O'Neill says is that person who's getting drunk sort of dissolves away. And this is a great benefit because if that person who's filled with guilt and anger and depression, if that just melts away, dissolves away into the world, then you don't have to go through those emotions, right? So this is how Eugene O'Neill understood the power of addiction. And the power of intoxication was that it had that magical ability to take away the self, to take away this person who was going through all this suffering. Anyway, that was Eugene O'Neill's take on the benefit of addiction. And we'll be back next time with maybe the horror of it, according to Eugene O'Neill.